Hello and welcome to the bike show. Well, actually this week, hello and welcome to the old bike show. We've got a bit of a theme going on, and why is that? It's because everything is retro these days, isn't it? Think about furniture, any designer goods, even motorcycles. And as you can see, we've got 3 of the best retro bikes on the planet at the moment. The idea being to test them. And
where was I going again?
I think you're off to the toilet, mate. We've decided, as you can see, to embrace the aged theme. And what better way to do that than come down to Linden Bowling Club, a very hospitable place, but it has to be said, 1 or 2 of the people around here are quite wrinkly. Harry has embraced age because he's, well, look at him, he's fast asleep. Donovan's embraced age because he's got the onset of senile dementia and he needs a toilet all the time.
Battle of Waterloo.
It's all right, mate, go back to sleep.
Oh, okay.
So, as you can see, we really are on board with this retro theme. There's only one thing to do, and if I could just remember it, ride the bikes.
2 sugars.
There is a bit of a simple maxim that applies to life these days, I'm sure you know it. You get what you pay for. Well, of all 3 bikes, this is by far the most expensive, and therefore, quite simply, it is the best. See, well, it's a proper model. It's a model built by BMW to celebrate 90 years of existence. And they've made a proper special effort that you can see straight away. I mean, look at the tank. It's brushed aluminium. There's lovely aluminium details everywhere. The welding is gorgeous. Lots of lovely little detailed touches that means it's the sort of bike you can stand in your garage or stand outside the pub and just look at and keep looking at. And that's part of what the retro delight is all about. We may be acting the fool a bit with the aged retro theme, but in truth, the RnineT has the youngest average buyer of any BMW model, which means it's a hipster bike, I suppose. Top quality ABS is the only electronic rider aid, no different ride modes or electronic suspension or quick shifter, just an air-cooled motor with a set of lovely Akrapovic exhausts. There isn't even a set of heated grips, which on a BMW is pretty much close to outright sacrilege. The lines are clean and simple, and so is the engineering. Perhaps the smartest thing about the RnineT is that it has been built with customization in mind. This is a bike that wants you to chop and change its looks as you see fit. It's not a completely blank canvas, more of a half-finished masterpiece that needs your personal touch to transform into its ultimate incarnation.
Might be a test of retro bikes, but is the XSR900 really a retro bike? It is basically an MT09 with a bit of a styling job plastered over the top of it. But that does mean that it's the most modern of the 3 in this test, and by extension it is the best. It's got this stunning 3-cylinder engine underneath me, 900cc, got a wonderful chassis, really nice firm but pliant ride. This bike actually goes to show you how versatile the MT09 basic chassis and package is. I mean, there was the original MT09, the naked bike, then they made it into the Tracer, which was a sort of more touring-orientated bike. And now there's this, the retro-themed bike. And whichever model you choose from the MT09 range, they're all brilliant. The Yamaha is definitely the most modern of the trio, based as it is on an already modern bike. There's ABS and traction control, as well as 3 riding modes to rein in the 115 brake horsepower pushed out by the 3-cylinder engine. The thing about the Yamaha, as well as the Triumph and the BMW, is that the concept is not necessarily about the performance. It's all about the style and appeal, and the Yamaha has plenty of style. From the petrol tank that harks back to Yamahas from the 70s, to the lovely perforated headlight brackets, and the single clock that is actually a masterpiece of modernity. If you've ridden the MT09, you've almost ridden the XSR900. It's virtually the same, apart from a few tweaks to the ECU and the suspension, and that means it's very, very good.
Matt and Harry are going on about retro. such a newfangled term. Triumph, on the other hand, don't bother with such newfangled rubbish. They use the term modern classic, which is classy and gentlemanly and completely oblivious to the obvious oxymoron. That's how classy it is. Now, this is the latest Triumph Bonneville, and honestly, Bonneville is the most iconic name anywhere, in any form of motorsports, not just motorcycling, and Triumph have earned the right to use the name Bonneville. And to celebrate that classic tradition, they've added a whole lot of modern touches, such as this bike is the first Bonneville to have a radiator. Despite its exterior look, it is in fact water-cooled. Look at this bike. It is a classic. A classic even though it's modern. It has elegance and grace. Look at those exhausts. Look at that seat. The twin shocks. The correct way up forks. The proper air-cooled-ish engine. It pushes 55 horsepower and 80 Newton meters of torque, like a proper retro should. Even the addition of traction control and ABS cannot dim its retro glow. Matt's BM and Harry's Yamaha are positively Pokemon Go, whereas this is good old-fashioned wireless radio.
So gentlemen, have you enjoyed Embracing Age today? And I think this is the final part of it, where we actually get to enjoy sport for the aged.
How does this work again?
Well, it's weighted on the small side, so if you just
Sorry.
if you just throw it, it will go towards the weighted side.
Why didn't they just build them properly?
What, like the Triumph?
No, okay, excuse me, Mr. Yamaha. What is your headlight held on by?
A piece of lovely aluminium.
It's not really a retro bike, yours either,
No,
is it?
mine's
it's
actually a
an
modern-
MT09 with a different tank.
Yeah, that's
Excuse
basically
me, I'm
it.
trying to
Sorry,
bowl here.
yeah, go for it.
But yeah, but yours is
I'm not sure they're meant to bounce, Donovan.
yours is just a cheap pastiche of a bike that.
Yes.
And your-
You know what? The word that comes to mind when you get the Triumph going is flaccid.
Flaccid.
Yeah, but that's
Flaccid.
what
It's
yours.
just a
That's what
flaccid
yours sounds
motorcycle.
like. Yours just sounds like
Excuse
a
me, my
fart
show.
going
Listen,
on.
that box engine should have been retired with the Beetle.
Yeah, but
okay?
it's authentic.
not
It's
authentic.
air-cooled. It makes a beautiful sound. It makes 110 horsepower.
You-
More
It's
torque
air
than
cooled because they haven't got the technology to put a radiator on it.
And if you say brushed aluminium, I am going to shoot you.
No,
Did I
truth
tell
is-
you actually that the tank, that's the best thing about it, the tank and
They
several
forgot-
pieces of brushed aluminium with the most beautiful
You mean the
welding
tank
on it.
and several pieces they forgot to paint?
There's an easy way to work this out. My bike's the most expensive, therefore it is the best.
No, my bike has the most power, so mine's the best.
You'll be asleep soon and you'll forget. Have a bowl.
Sorry.
How much
Poetry.
is the Yamaha anyway?
159,000 rand. But what's yours?
172.
Yeah, exactly.
Can
And
I
how
bring
much
up
is
the
yours?
fact that mine is 129,000 rand? Not
Which
a
is
ripple.
still-
It's still
Too
too
expensive.
expensive.
Not
Because
a
what are you
ripple.
actually getting?
You're getting history.
Oh, you're getting a modern classic. Hey?
It's a modern classic. It's got the old classic look and mag wheels.
But
Like
it's
a
not modern
you know?
though, is it?
It is. It's got mag wheels.
You're just getting senile. Why have you got a parrot on your shoulder?
What parrot? Listen, mine is only.
I used to think this was a serious programme. Look,
It's
it's got the mark of victory stamped all over it. A bit like my BMW.
Sorry, who won the World War?
Look at that. Oh no,
And
don't
you know
look
what,
at
I've
that. It's in the ditch.
just-
Okay, well, we've obviously got to come to some sort of conclusion.
Yeah, mine's best.
And the
Mine's
fact
better.
is...
Mine's the only real proper retro.
I forgot
modern
what I was
classic.
riding.
I actually need to go to the toilet.
Yeah, I
again.
need a toilet as well.
Should we just say?
Let's have some scones.
Are you my
That's nice.
nephew?
I don't know.
Wibble. Time for an ad break, I think.
2 sugars, please.